Okay, I've started recording. Take two. So,
Take two.
first thing I want to ask you, just so that people can understand where you're coming from and your perspective, if you were to set all humility aside, how good would you say you are?
At my peak, I would say I was around like Div 1 plus 3-ish. Like I know those are constantly fluctuating, but that's the best I can describe it as.
Mm-hmm. And you've won a respectable amount of tournaments.
Yeah, like a few paddlings in SOS.
A few is
I've
six, by
gotten
the way.
second. I've gotten second at like LTC, all the
Mm-hmm.
all the good stuff.
All that jazz.
Hmm.
Um, so, first thing I want to ask, I guess the second thing I want to ask, is how long have you been playing Splatoon, and then how long have you been playing Comp?
I first played Splatoon when I was like 9 years old. Splatoon 1 had came out. My older brother showed it to me. He showed me Carbon Roller, and I was like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" And then, because I had strict parents, I played like like 30 hours, and then that was it. And then Splatoon 2 came out when I was 11, 2 years later, and I played that quite a lot, like every day, because it was summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into like late 2018, I had a little friend group in low level. We got Div 7 Ludi when Div 7 was the lowest. I think we dropped out. I think we played a 3v4. It was just silly business. And then I joined a comp team in, I believe, 2019-ish, early 2019, where we were Div 3. We were just a bunch of people. I had been offered the place by Trail 2, if anyone knows them.
I have not heard
Sushi
of that.
rollers. All oldies. All oldies. Um, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was, I guess, where it all started.
Mm-hmm. How long, and obviously it's like it can be hard to pinpoint specifics, but about how long would you say it took for you to go from low level to mid level to high level?
If you count low level as that silly friend group to sushi rollers being the mid level, I would say that was a few months, I guess. It was a long time ago. And then mid level to high level, I'd say it was a little over a year, less than 2 years, if you count high level as like plus zero at the time when I joined Arctic Moon and got into the plus zero, plus three groups.
For the
Plus zero is the old plus three.
Gotcha. I was about to say like I've not heard of plus zero.
Yeah, there
Um,
was also midpoint, which was like plus zero, but everyone in plus zero thought they were better than midpoint.
so nothing's changed, is what I'm hearing.
I suppose.
Um, I would say, and you're welcome to disagree with me, um, but I would say that that is quite a bit faster than most people improve at the game. What would you attribute that to?
Um, Now that I think about it, I think a lot of it was, I think the level of high level used to be lower. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I mean, think about it. Less people were playing Splatoon for less time because it was out for less time.
That
So
is
catching
true.
up took less time. And what was the question?
How?
Oh, I went faster.
Yeah, yeah. And why?
Um, I think one tricking a weapon helped. I played
Mm-hmm.
only vanilla carbon roller for the longest time, which was the auto bomb rain one because I was stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
It was objectively the worst one because it didn't have burst bomb, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I found good groups of people to play with, which definitely helped. And I
Uh-huh.
played a lot of comp, like scrims, tournaments. I did play League for a little bit, which for the new people was like Anarchy Open-esque, a little
Mm-hmm.
different, but and I did play solo queue when I before I went to comp. But after that, I kind of just was like, "Oh, this is so much better with people."
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really play. So I didn't really play solo queue.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Um,
I do think solo queue can help improve. It just wasn't for me because I didn't find it fun.
Makes sense. What like opportunities did you have that led to your improvement? Because and again, you're welcome to disagree with me, but in my experience, I felt like I've had long periods of not improving, and then I have like some opportunity presented to me that results in a lot of improvement. And so like I measure my improvement by opportunities a lot.
Yeah, so that friend group, we even though we didn't really do tournaments, the low level one, there were a lot of people there who were in comp and we all kind of just like knew each other and got to know people through that. The only people who are still active, quote unquote active, from that friend group that anyone would know is like Havoc, the Squid Junction TO, and the now referred to as Basil.
You're so old.
And um and through that like I knew a few teams. There was a big scrim culture. I don't know if there is still, but I knew a lot of teams because of friends or like we were all scrim partners and teams would scrim each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that just helped you know a lot of people, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Sushi Rolls was definitely a good opportunity because I played in SAC a lot, which is the Splatoon amateur circuit at the moment. But now I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Splatoon advanced circuit. They keep changing the skill
It's
cap.
pretty ironic.
I know, I know. So people got to know me through that. People that I fought, we all kind of knew each other. It felt like a lot of people around my skill level. And
Uh-huh.
then there were also midpoint and plus zero, which is the old people draft voting servers for like mid-ish level. Midpoint was mostly the Europeans, plus zero was mostly the Americans, or the yeah, and plus zero always thought they were better than midpoint. I don't know, it was
So nothing has
weird.
changed.
Yeah. And then that became kind of plus three. I
Gotcha,
think
gotcha.
Sendu was like, I'm making plus three, and it's like worse than plus two, and the top 10 people in the voting of midpoint gets in it, and like the top 10 of like plus zero gets in it too. It was something like that.
That's pretty crazy. Um,
Yeah.
all of the things that you have said have been like ways you've met people. Would you say that that is like a big part of the opportunities you've had in getting better was meeting people?
Yeah, because all pretty much all my practice was comp, like scrims or tournaments. Meeting people helped a lot because if you get to fight and play with people slightly better than you, I feel like you like osmosis and get better
Mm-hmm.
too. Or like just even though I didn't really ask people for advice because I didn't really want to,
Uh-huh.
just being around people and hearing each other talk helped a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like pick things up.
And once you get like results, then people will be more okay with playing with you. So it just
Kind of
got
snowballs.
better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes
And
sense.
everyone was really nice to me. And it probably helped that I wasn't the biggest asshole
Mm-hmm.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Um, what do you, or I guess I haven't asked yet. How much did you play back then?
Like 4 to 8 hours a day when I was
Jeez.
super active.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like COVID time. I had a team, and if you have a team, then you would scrim with them, and then if they were super bored too, then you'd do tournaments and or like I do league.
Mm-hmm.
So
How important do you think? that level of playtime was in you improving at the game as quickly as you did?
I think it was pretty important. But what I think is more important is like the quality. Like I improved a lot more when I was playing against good people. Like quality scrims were probably the most valuable
Uh-huh.
for me.
And were you like able to consistently get quality scrims?
At some points, yeah, I played with my team at the time, which was called Fantasy, which I think was my most active.
Mm-hmm.
We were like four people who pretty much always played, and we would ping in like +3 and then fight people almost every day or
Mm-hmm.
do tournaments. It was a good controlled setting.
Uh-huh. Um, so you have obviously been around for a lot longer than I have, and I'm sure have seen more of people. Um, I don't know about you, but I feel like I see a lot of people that play quite a bit but do not improve. Would you mostly attribute that to having a low quality of practice, or do you think there are other things?
I think there were like also mental barriers, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Like if
Like what?
you're like for me at least, a lot that holds me back is that I feel really bad and I hesitate, or like I don't feel confident. So
Mm-hmm.
I will go for safer plays that don't even work, like
Uh-huh.
horizontally like crazy with Carvin when I should just vertical. And things like that, like, because if you don't actively just have the confidence to go and do the harder plays, then you're never gonna get better at
Uh-huh.
doing the harder plays and the clutch plays successfully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there's also a difference between like being around for a long time and playing actively every day. Because if you've been around for a long time but your practice is like sparse, then that can also make it harder to improve.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, those sound like some things that, or like a lot of the stuff has been stuff that low level players like don't do that maybe they probably should, like having that quality of practice and consistent playtime. Is there anything you think that low level players do that they shouldn't do, or like that is holding them back?
I'm not around too many, but I do think that while VOD reviewing here and there can be important to like look at your things, I think it can be a little rough if you look at too many things and try to work on all of them all at once, because
Mm-hmm.
then it's just not gonna work. So
Mm-hmm.
I
And
do think it is. Let's go.
I guess I don't want to like hammer this point too much, and especially because I kind of already know the answer. But to what extent was VOD reviewing part of your competitive journey?
Like none. I got too self-conscious and too self-hating when I VOD reviewed, which is not healthy at all. So I just didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I didn't do it at all. I hated it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all of the questions I have that I want to ask you. Is there anything, like any advice you would give to people wanting to improve at the game, or anything that we haven't talked about that you think is important?
Yeah, I think I have
Mm-hmm.
two-ish points. The first being that I know this is really cheesy, but like be kind. Don't don't be an asshole. It's a lot easier to get along with people and find teammates or find good scrim partners or just be in the community if you're just kind and realize that everyone behind the screen is a person with their own troubles and you should be nice, be understanding, and also have boundaries so that you're nice to yourself as well. And that's very broad, and I could go on about that forever, but this isn't a life coach. Just be aware.
I think there's a lot of
And
overlap between, but that's, I digress.
Um, and there's also that, at least for me, I played comp since I was 12 up to I was very active until I was like 16. So those are like peak insecurity years, growing
Mhm.
years. And Splatoon was like admittedly my whole world. Like comp Splatoon. It was
Mhm.
pretty much my whole social circle, all the people I knew, all my friends, all my enemies. And
Mhm.
especially with the plus servers and any voting servers, it just felt so personal. And it felt like the end of the
Uh-huh.
world when people didn't like you, or like it felt like the end of the world when a certain percentage of people didn't like you, so you
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
in the server. And it just like was terrible. Or like if you lost a tournament, especially to people you have beef with, you just like it just felt like the end of
Feels
the
bad.
world to me. Yeah. And like yes, I don't want to down like be like, oh, Splatoon's just a game. Because like it is important to people, and I think it's good that it's important, and you have pride in playing comp. But it comes to a point where it is good to realize that it's not the whole world,
Mhm.
like I did, where I would be so upset when I would get second in a tournament instead of first, or I don't know, my teammate didn't like me no more and was like, ah, you're bad, I don't want to play with you. Like, that
Mhm.
felt like my whole world crumbled, which was
Mhm.
not healthy. Like, I think it's good to find things other than Splatoon that you can attribute your worth to.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not the end of the world. And it's okay if people don't like you. Some people are gonna like you, some people aren't. Just let them.
Mhm. All right. I think that's all I have. Thank you for talking.
Of course, of course.